Welcome, acolytes. Today, I actually looked in a drama with Ceric Artman. This is a very talented, well, a group of very talented people that actually do South Park things, information, and he actually got in a drama with from, and he got basically pretty much shade on from a group of people. I already watched their videos because I actually watched some of them. I actually stood by Ceric Artman, and he isn't the only one that does it. One of the guys plays the voice, and I think there are two others that also edit the video. And I'm gonna be honest, Bloom Sir, I think it was Bloom Sir. Bloom's the guy that's up here. He actually did make a video about it, but his accusations were baseless. It was so freaking... And I'm gonna be honest, I don't wanna actually defend anyone per se, but after I seen Bloom's video, it was a joke. It was... You just have nothing. And in this case, I don't wanna react to the Bloom video. You should watch it yourself first, and then come back to this so you can hear my or just Ceric's Artman's team. So let's just start, see what he has to say, and let's go. Okay. And by the way, if you like my content, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, press the notification button, and show me and Ceric some love. Hey guys, especially him, because as I said, he gets attacked by a group of people that's not nice.
And reveal who we are now? We got busted. We want to say to Mr. Bloomsy, we are truly so... So, Mr. Blooms, I hope you had a good night's sleep. Now, I can make a long and boring response to...
Hopefully you will. And by the way, every single of these creators, except for this one, I actually watched. Every single one of them. Until they did this bullshit. Yes, this is a Simpson thing. This guy also does some thingy bows with South Park or diverse things. They're basically in the same camp. This one I don't know.
Debunking most of what Blooms and the Avengers have said, but most of you wouldn't care. That's why I've also assembled the team to help me. In this case, Coon and Friends. Because guess what? South Park already made an episode on spreading misinformation.
Okay, I already the idea behind it is superb. And by the way, if I recall correctly, I should have actually written it down. Bloom, one of the accusations of Bloom was that this guy actually basically uses a team of people to edit his videos, and that this guy is an AI. What the fuck?
Facebook says it's true.
But it's not true.
But Facebook says it's true.
Okay, but it's not true!
By internet rules, whatever they said is the truth. They have a bigger following, have been around for a longer period of time, and have some serious allegations with circumstantial proof, which is plausible. Besides that, I'm presented like a perpetrator. You can never vouch for the perpetrator by societal norms. So let's have...
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I always look or try to look at the facts, and if I didn't look the Bloom stuff up first, I wouldn't even notice it. Basically, I wouldn't react to it. But in this case, I'm just gonna make this because I think that Ceric is just... Ceric. That Artman is just... This group is just innocent.
Have fun here today. Well, I'm still going to debunk the boring claims as well as confirm the credible ones. I'm doing so in the South Park way. Something the Avengers could have also done if they loved South Park a little bit more. They could have really called themselves Bloom and Friends.
Oh, missed opportunity.
Missed opportunity.
Okay.
Let's present my, or should I say our, channel as a bike parade. And just like in its own video, Blooms is representing Stahan Marsh.
First thing we gotta do to get the bike parade canceled is raise awareness.
And raise awareness he does.
By the way, if you don't know this episode, it's basically about a bike race that Eric and some other kid and even Kenny get beef in. Everybody wants to just have the best bike, the nicest bike, and they just try to outbuy themselves for the nicest bike.
But he does so by leaving out every detail that wasn't in his favor. So first things first, are we AI? Well, no. But you can never really believe that. Not even by listening to this raw recording of my voice. I'll even leave a couple of breaths in for the sake of it. Perhaps making a weird noise would help you get convinced I'm not AI. Maybe even the squeakingness of my chair as I rock back and forth.
I don't know how to make this. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. The point is, if somebody thinks that this is AI, this person will think it's AI, but I don't think so. I don't see the algorithm of an AI here. I see sometimes that those three guys, or I think, as I said, him and some editors just blow up.
Or what about if I talk all the way back here away from the microphone?
Yeah, also not for
What about saying something like shamalama ding dong? Convinced now? Probably not. I'm just using next level AI voiceover that's capable of doing all this. Anything I'll do will be claimed as AI.
Yeah.
And if it's not AI, it's fake. Finally, if you believe it is real, the next claim will be that the narrator is just a voiceover artist hired by a Pakistani company, written by a Kenyan samurai, edited in India. Super Craig to the rescue.
Someone is systematically targeting our Facebook followers and feeding them misinformation.
There's no winning on that part. If that didn't convince you the narrator is not text-to-speech, you'll never be convinced. Then comes our scripts, which Blooms also claims is AI. So are they made using AI? You know the answer to that. You watch our videos, but Bloomsy watches them too. He watches them way more than you ever could. He watches our videos over and over and over again. This guy is a real fan.
I'm your #1 fan!
And by the way, I don't think that the argument of he's a fan or he watches your videos, if he wants to expose you for something, of course he's gonna watch your videos, mate. That's just, but I think he meant it jokingly, or I hope.
An obsessive fan. The kind of fan who makes you consider applying for a restraining order.
As someone who has listened to more Ceric Artman videos at this point than probably anyone else in the world, this is an AI narrator.
Bloomsy's obsession with our videos has led him to a radical conclusion. We must be AI. We must be. He feels it.
Yep.
So what led to that conclusion? It's a series of events, and it all starts with the very first video of ours that he ever watched.
Around 2 months ago, I was casually scrolling through my recommended page on YouTube, as I tend to do, when a video caught my attention. I started the video and—
Thank you for the click, Bloomsy. I appreciate my viewers, and thank you to you guys. I don't say that enough. Let's get back to Lord Bloomsy.
Okay, maybe he's correct about that. I also don't say it enough that I love the souls of my acolytes and I'm gonna consume them as soon as I can, so that's that. You're welcome, by the way.
Watching one or more of my controversial videos. Lots of people called me bad words in the comment section for the stuff I said in it. What about Bloomsy?
man, this editing, scripting, and narrating all seem pretty professional.
Thanks again. I have very talented people to help me with that. But this is apparently a problem. You see, when you're a small YouTuber, your videos are supposed to be crap because you don't really know anything
Yeah,
yet.
of course, yeah.
But our
yeah.
videos
Good
weren't
argument,
crap,
by the way.
which is a massive red flag number one. But wait, there's...
Yeah, just because you're a freaking small channel doesn't mean shit, by the way, so it was such a dumb argument from Bloom's side. It was... Yeah, normally, if you know, you know. I mean, I'm doing slop content, so there it is. But at the end of the day, in smaller channels normally don't have the highest quality. But Artman, or Ceric Artman, he just went out beating. So, and I just guess that they just like to edit videos. That's what it is.
more.
It also improved over time.
I copy and pasted some of the descriptions into an AI detector and, yep, 100% AI generated.
That's heavy, Bloomsy. But the description is not the video. It's a video summary and generic copyright disclaimer to fit the YouTube guidelines. You know the spiel. No copyright infringement intended, fair use, blah, 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 blah. And generic disclaimers. Yeah, those will probably be detected as AI. But there's no fun in mentioning that. Bloomsy would never intentionally try to deceive his audience by leaving that out. Like he's Professor Chaos.
Just start writing horrible things about people and presenting it as reality on Facebook.
I'm gonna be honest, after I seen Bloom's video, it would have been way, way better to compare him to Butters. Purely because of the fact that Butters is normally a kind and nice young man, but if he gets Dr. Chaos, he's freaking corrupt as fuck. But I actually love it about him.
Or did he perhaps do that? I'll let you decide that yourselves. I'm not claiming anything that could be an honest mistake. Speaking about honest mistakes, he's left out a lot more. Like all of the video scripts. You can bet your left nut that he ran every single one of our video scripts through 100 different AI detectors. And
I couldn't get anything conclusive.
bummer. AI sucks. We're sure you've tried it. AI can definitely make a video, but it doesn't make any video a human would enjoy watching. That's why he claims it's partially written by AI. The way he presents evidence for this is by partly showcasing a video. Well, guess what? Scripts follow a structure. You have to understand tension building to create.
Okay, he won't say the thing that... The thing is, even if you use an AI to actually support yourself writing a script, that's not bad. I'm gonna be honest, I am using AI in my work just to correct the grammatical errors I have. Because sadly, grammar, I can't do it. It's simple as that. And I am just unable to do it. I don't know how it's called in English. Rechtschreibschwäche in German. It is what it is. I need AI is just something for specifically that. Actually quite helpful for me. And even of constructing some semblance of something or writing down emails. It helps really, 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 really big time. So yeah, even if AI helped with it, as long as it's not 100% AI and it's an original idea, I don't care.
Create a good one. That's why standalone snippets don't make sense. It incentivizes you to watch the complete video. So despite finding literally zero evidence that we're using AI, Bloomsy and his friends decided to believe it anyway because they just felt it was AI. There's no point in bothering you with facts when you can just feel whatever you want.
Felt like running.
Guess where we heard that one before? My widow feelings are correct.
Which leaves me to the left out comments. Blooms went over all my videos and comments, so he must have also seen this comment placed about 3 weeks ago under our video about puberty. Where, you know, we were already mentioning multiple people helping the Pakistani, Indian, Kenyan samurai produce them. We were pretending to be one person here though, so I have to give credit to that. Even though we viewed Ceric as a personification of our channel, we could have made that clearer to the audience.
And by the way, this makes sense. This makes fucking sense. This is the avatar of the channel. This is the face of the channel. It's not that the guy who actually talks is the main guy that does everything. It's not like that. There is a team effort there. And maybe the two other guys that actually just, and I don't mean just as some lesser job, but that only want to edit it. And the guy with the voice has the voice. Simple as that. Is that wrong? No, of course
For
not.
which we do apologize. We even have sometimes, as I'll show later. The channel description was also changed some time ago. That's why Blooms could only find a screenshot from some Pakistani person on Facebook where it was still the old one. But that doesn't fit their narrative, so they didn't bother to share it until the very end of the video.
Ooh. Yikes.
The comment section went wild on the fact that we've changed our description after the video came out. So for anyone wondering, the bio was already changed before the Avengers came out. But it didn't fit well with them, so they didn't bother mentioning it till the very end. Which we did in fact change twice.
You can't just make stuff up about us. People are thinking it's true.
Now, is multiple people working on a channel a crime? Well, in my case, yes it is. For others, nope.
Hiring rights. If you're interested in a deep diving into adult animation, often further than it's necessary, send a list of shows you're interested in covering along with resume writing, samples, rates, and John. So it's gmail.com. John 2 cells. So yeah, I don't see the negative. Read the best. If you're going to use someone else's art, at least bother to credit the original artist who did it, dude. LS Mark. Okay, so that's the name of the guy. Sorry, I didn't edit the video myself, so I didn't notice this or where it was from. I added to the description now.
And I really respect the fact that Bloomsy does.
See? Ceric Artman, like those three dudes, they know their shit. I like it. I love it. They're researching actual things. They don't just look for drama or just for themes. And by the way, I bet you my freaking left rib bone that because the point no, we're just gonna wait. We're just gonna
I'm not gonna take that away from him. It's a lot of hard work. But I've always believed that 2 brains are better than 1, and 3 are better than 2. So why does Bloomsy think this is so evil? It's because something I do all the time.
If you watch any of their videos, the narrator is always talking in the first person. Same with any comments he makes on the videos or any community posts he makes. It's always, I am doing this, or I never would have known.
Okay,
Yeah.
Guilty as charged. I have a nasty habit of taking all the credit for what is usually a group project.
It's I think this is a joke of his because come on, as I said, this is the avatar. They see all three of them see themselves as this avatar.
I apologize profusely for that crime, Lord Bloomsy. I am not going to become a we as a personification, though our avatar is still a separate entity. Blooms just can't handle our style.
Now I see you're trying to use your style over mine. Now you try to block me.
Now, Bloomsy has zero proof that we are AI, or that we're a content farm. We also can't prove that we aren't AI or a content farm, as the narrative has already been set by cancel culture. He goes on some wild tangent about those Pakistani Facebook groups, but that has nothing to do with us. But he finally stumbles into the facts that have been staring him in the face all along.
I also never really found any significant proof that Ceric Artman was doing anything wrong.
Sweet vindication. And the reason is because there was never anything to find in the first place, Bloomsy. Next up, the writer and editor.
I got this DM on Twitter. Can I edit South Park videos for you? Here is my recent edit.
The guy DMing Bloomsy just happens to be one of our editors. Let's call him Jay. He had some free time and was looking for a side hustle. So he DM'd Lord Bloomsy. Sadly, it was not Jay's lucky day.
Now, obviously, I had no intentions of actually hiring this person.
Ouch. Bloomsy didn't want Jay's services, but
yeah.
did he tell him no? Of course not. He decided to use Jay to spy on this channel. We have a publicly available email address. Bloomsy could have emailed us at any point if he wanted to. It was in the community post he completely analyzed, but failed to mention as it didn't fit the narrative of not being able to get in touch with us. Now, back to Jay. He still thinks the job is in play, so he auditions like a pro and shares the usual exaggerations we all put on our resumes.
Yeah, the team runs multiple channels, so they are experienced.
This excites Bloomsy because he gets what he wants to hear. We have another channel, so that's true. Bloomsy, please watch every other video over there 1,000 times as well and make a video about it. We really need the views. It's struggling.
Nice.
I'll link it on my channel as well. You also might notice in those videos that the mic quality and the style of narration changes over the course of the videos. I think we started out with like a $50 microphone on Amazon, and then we upgraded to a HyperX Quad, and now we are settled in with a Rode NT1 5th generation microphone. And you can tell the difference over time in those videos. And it's the same voice, it's still my voice. Next up is our samurai.
Him being so defensive to not want to share any details with me is probably the most suspicious response.
Okay, come on. I just cannot wait for this point. Of course you won't share information with someone who acts in bad faith with you. Or even just information for somebody that actually asks for it. Why would I enclose anything to a person that I personally don't know? Just because it's a bigger channel? Fuck that. If I don't trust you, fuck off.
response he could have given me.
Yeah, very suspicious. You know, it's not fair when you contact people in bad faith fishing for information that they refuse to talk to you. All I can ask the Coon and friends is why? Why would the Avengers feel the need to cancel us? Well, here's what I think.
If we don't find a way to stop him, we're never gonna make any money, guys.
I think he's gonna say
Crimes
it.
we've committed aren't light. Multiple people are working on this channel to run it without AI. In the video, Blooms fully analyzes our toxic relationships video. He fails to mention that we already came out as tailoring our content to our viewers. Please see the following comment for that. It's under the same toxic relationships video.
Thank you for the feedback. In my mind, it was the over-generalization of stereotypical that would fit well with the audience, as well as a excerpted storyline for my personal point of view. I'll be tuning it down a lot of coming videos. The next one might have some in it as it nearly done already, but I will take it to heart. Okay.
So yeah, we've always been using personal stories, over-exaggerating those with the same overgeneralization of stereotypes to create engaging videos.
Yep.
That already came out over 2 months ago. Same goes for changing our channel's description. The real potential crime we are committing is stealing views and money from the pockets of Blooms, Slush, Johnny, and Mark. I'm not saying it is, but if their passionate pockets didn't feel threatened by us, they wouldn't have made a video. They explain that as well. But we can never be as passionate about making content because we're a team of people. Only they and their teams can be so passionate about the community. They're not doing it for money. They even hated doing the investigation.
Honestly, digging into this has just made my life worse all around, but you know what's actually made my life a lot better? Today's sponsor, Raycon.
Yep. On a video bashing someone, and one of the points was that he only does it for money. He does this. Sorry, but that's hypocritical.
That. Bloomsy's video on us is sponsored by Raycon.
Yep.
But he's not doing it for the money, guys.
No,
That is the mistake
he's
I've
not,
made.
he's
I
not.
haven't done a single sponsored video.
Yeah, and by the way, I don't think that it's inherently bad if you actually get a sponsor for videos like that. But if you argue that someone else is greedy, yeah, it was a very bad light on you. And by the way, yeah, Ceric, as far as I know, because I also didn't see every single video, but I don't remember that he actually did have a sponsor, so he didn't lie here.
But apparently that rejection and lack of sponsors only proves my lack of passion. So to prove my passion to the almighty Bloomsy, I'm going to start saying yes to sponsors, just like the almighty Bloomsy. But I'll only accept them if I stand behind their product. Then there's also the thumbnail, which I won't even get into as Bloom started doing the same with his thumbnails. Suddenly using those quotation marks he didn't use before. He didn't give us credit or made to express for this one, nor does he have to. Perhaps it's circumstantial, we're not the ones to make claims. In the end, it all just started with Blooms not liking my voice.
And the narration. I could not put my finger on it, but something was wrong. It was off, the inflections, the emotion, everything. It was just off. It was uncanny, unsettling, maybe even inhuman.
And quickly turned our narrator being AI, our scripts being AI, the company being run from Pakistan, a Kenyan samurai getting involved, a lot of other channels being ours, and some claims about being an automated YouTube channel. So what's the truth? Bloomsy goes into a bit of a rant about YouTube automation and poorly paid freelancers in the third world. And it's all bullshit. Bloomsy is a YouTuber. He probably knows this better than anybody else. Creating a successful YouTube channel is a lot of work. You can't just outsource it to ChatGPT and hope to succeed. Same goes for video editing and voice acting. The algorithm rewards quality, and you have to put in the work day in, day out just to maintain that quality because everybody else is doing the same thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, YouTube doesn't necessarily reward quality. I think that's a lie, but you definitively grow way quicker if you do quality content.
To stand out, you have to be the best of the best. There are 114 million channels on YouTube. The ones that get over 100,000 views on a video are less than 1%. The remaining 99% are lucky to get 3 views. You don't see these channels because the
True.
algorithm doesn't recommend them. And if you let Bloomsy convince you that YouTube automation is just as easy as writing a prompt in ChatGPT, yours will be one of these failed channels.
How? How did you know?
We make these videos to entertain and inform. An AI simply can't entertain a human. Maybe one day it will, but right now, it's not even close. You also can't motivate people with peanuts. It doesn't matter what country they live in. If you pay your people garbage wages, you will always get garbage quality work. Quality is expensive. If Bloomsy had ever hired anybody to work for him, instead of manipulating job seekers for shits and giggles, he would know that. I know all this because I've done it. I've been interested in comedy my whole life. I don't have the balls to go do stand-up on stage, so I do all my bombing right here on YouTube. I've gathered a team of people who share this interest. One is a friend who's already doing YouTube, one is a video editor and an artist. The others are freelancers, but if I were to call them friends after bonding over time, you would call BS. If you can spare the time, check out our comedy channel Easy-ish after this. We haven't uploaded there in a while because we've been a little bit busy over here, but we'll get around to that, I promise. All I can ask is, where is the proof of our scripts, videos, and narrations being AI? It's all speculation, but Blooms have presented it as the truth. The worst thing we've done is not making it clear that Ceric isn't a single person. We could have definitely made that clearer, but that's on us.
But that doesn't justify the people making actual bold and deceptive claims with millions of subscribers combined.
That is if Blooms is speaking for all of them at least. All because they thought that we were such a menace that they made a hit video, which is both scary and exhilarating. The unfounded claims and the fanciful theories of malevolence are disgusting, but I suppose integrity goes out the window when you can just feel it in your heart that a voice you don't like is AI.
It was off, unsettling, maybe even inhuman.
We do want to mention only Blooms actually makes these claims. He mentions Johnny doesn't agree with him on the text-to-speech part, and thanks, Johnny.
This kid is deliberately lying about us on your platform for no other reason than to cause harm. Why are you protecting him?
He paid me $17.23.
A less charitable person might assume that these big creators are just insecure about a potential competitor. So they're trying to squash him with their bully pulpits before they can become a problem. Which, to be fair, we also did in our community post, albeit we didn't call anyone out directly, nor did we spread information. That's also on us. We refuse to be that less charitable person. We choose to be the people with the weird voice that always annoys Bloomsy.
And the narration. I could not put my finger on it, but something was wrong. It was off. It was uncanny, unsettling, maybe even inhuman.
Forget it, Fast Pass. The world hates us now. Yeah, nobody believes in us.
So, is there any way to redemption? We guess we'll have to find out. Let's hope Netflix will greenlight a documentary about us.
By the way, perfect. Acolytes. Show the man some love. Just tell him that he's not full of shit. Love creator, but first of all, watch his videos if you like them or not. I think that's the most important thing. But as it is, good night.